Thank you for choosing to stay with us. We Chant is a vibrant body of dance and music hosted at the Soweto Theatre Easter Festival. It successfully manages to combine Isicathamiya with hints of hip-hop, beatboxing, poetry, opera, and even some comic relief. The show is a result of a collaboration between Nhlanhla Mahlangu collaborating with Jefferson Tshabalala. Today, these gentlemen join me in the studio to share a little bit more. Guys, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Okay, Nhlanhla, let's start talking about this great idea, We Chant. How did it come around?
It's an idea, as all artists, it's been brewing in me for a very long time. And I couldn't think of a better person to collaborate with in creating it. And Jeff came on board, and we really combined these unique elements of different genres. And what really inspired it is to have different audiences who normally go to different places in one room.
Yeah.
So usually opera audience, they go to opera house, and hip-hop audience go to clubs or hip-hop sessions or whatever.
And the two shall never meet.
Yeah, the two shall never
Until
meet.
we chant.
Until we chant.
Okay. So it's brewing in you, and I mean, I can only imagine. So you have this conversation with Jefferson, and what was it about We Chant that instantly said to you, this is a great idea, this is something we have to collaborate on? And then the question is, where do we start? Because there's just so many different things that we have to make, and we've got to find that balance because it has to balance out.
I mean, I think one of the most striking things for me was that we would be moving away from the written text. So we were going to be working mostly in the musical realm. So that was really fascinating for me because it meant that we could draw from so many aspects without compromising too much. So also one thing that really appealed to me was that I'd be working in collaboration with someone else, that we would be making this work together, and that was really, really striking. So
can I just come in there? Because for me, that was one of the drawing things. But often with partnerships, you need to find a rhythm, a chemistry. Then you've got to trust that person to be to kind of develop your vision.
Sure.
How was that collaboration?
This collaboration, we love it. This collaboration is unique. This collaboration is supportive. This collaboration make things happen.
Yeah.
Working with Jeff is the most amazing thing because Jeff is humble. And I once asked him, said, Jeff, how come you don't have a stinking attitude? Because Jeff, I've seen his work. I mean, Poet at Times, Daddies of Sugar, and he makes really this incredible work. And for me, it's an honor to have Jeff on board.
The significance, Jeff, of fusing so many different genres, because you did say that when we started this conversation that we're bringing opera lovers, hip-hop lovers, people from different genres, from different backgrounds coming into one room. The significance of it, but also I think more importantly is, are there elements within all of these genres that you could find that you could marry?
Yes.
That was the big thing for us.
It was a huge gap for us.
It was a big thing to achieve for us, and that's what We Chant manages to do. Because Isicathamiya with opera, it has been done before.
Okay.
I mean, Michael Hankinson, we did it with Ama Opera. Gregory Makoma did it, which I was involved in. Somehow Delightful. Robin Olin did it in Walking Next to Our Shoes, and. So it's been done before, but the way we've done it, we actually, I was fighting for a harmonic blend of this. It must be in harmony. It must be in sync. It mustn't be, there's this and there's that, and they're happening at the same time.
Yeah, what an audience is going to experience, Jeff, when you're sitting down and you're watching this thing that a lot of people don't maybe have any kind of reference to?
I think one of the most beautiful things is that people become introduced into other people's worlds. So there are people that will be there specifically to see the opera section, and then they get an introduction into the hip-hop swing. And then there are people who are there to see Isicathamiya, and then they're introduced into some stand-up comedy by Pule, who is also one of our performers in the play. They're introduced into Gratitude Fisher's poetry, which narrates the story. So it's lending people's eyes and ears to a thing that they wouldn't normally have been used to. And in a way where it weaves everything together.
Talk to me about because I mean you've now collaborated, you've come up with an idea, you're now fine-tuning it, working it out. Then you bring in other artists who have their own backgrounds, experiences. How do you mold that person to understand very quickly what you're trying to do?
It's really asking for trust. Asking for trust. Asking for trust, because I've seen the show in my head before.
But we're working with generous people who are giving of themselves, so we're really happy about that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
Gentlemen, very quickly, times and dates for people that want to go.
We're having our last performance today at 3 p.m.
Okay, 3 p.m.
Yes,
at the Soweto Theatre.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, it's something you... I wish I wasn't busy. Okay, that was Nhlanhla Mahlangu and Jefferson Tshabalala from the Soweto Easter Theatre Festival talking to us about something called We Chant. Its final show is on today. It's the final performance. I'm sure at some point you'll have to travel around the country with it because it makes sense.
Yeah.
But We Chant at 3 o'clock at the Soweto Theatre. Our music guest is in studio.